My name's Tim McCarthy, author of Raising Four-Dimensional Children in a Two-Dimensional World. And the people from Authority magazine invited me here to give you 5 steps that parents can take to help their children feel loved and connected. I'm going to go by age group. So, step number 1, hug your baby and respond to her needs. Long before your baby can talk, she will communicate with a sound, a facial expression, or a movement. Learn your baby's language long before she learns yours, and respond the best way you know how. Think of it like playing tennis. Your baby will serve up a clue, and you return with your response. For example, your baby starts crying. You may pick her up to comfort her. If she wasn't crying because she's lonely, she'll continue to cry, maybe louder. You then return the next response. Is she hungry? Provide a nipple. If she wasn't hungry, she'll refuse to eat and continue to cry, maybe louder. At that point, you may realize there's a certain hint in the air. She has a dirty diaper. You change it, clean her up, and she stops crying. She serves up a need. You respond. Pay attention to her response and respond again until you both win. It's a match made in heaven. Step 2, help your toddler identify what he's feeling. During the 2nd year, your child will experience a range of new emotions that he's never felt before, so he doesn't know how to handle them. Start by helping identify what he's feeling. Oh, are you feeling angry? Name it to tame it. Notice the word feel is used to separate the emotion from the identity. You're feeling angry teaches him about an emotion. You are angry labels him. When you can identify whether he feels happy or sad, calm or angry, you start to develop the tools to deal with those feelings. One of those tools is a game I call I'm Gonna Be. It starts out by you saying, I feel sad, but I'm gonna be, and let your child say, happy. I feel angry, but I'm gonna be, and wait for him to say, calm. Then, when you notice him feeling angry, you say, how do you feel? And he goes, angry. And you respond with, but I'm gonna be, and wait for him to say, calm. This little game teaches him how to change his emotional state when he's feeling upset. Number 3, communicate. Your child's receptive vocabulary is much larger than her productive vocabulary. In other words, she understands more than she can speak. Constantly talk to your child. Narrate your walks in the park. Read books together and ask questions about what you're reading. When your child begins talking, listen and respond. Play games together. Help with homework. Talk about feelings and relationships. As your child grows, introduce the idea of self-talk. If you're not familiar with the term, it's the little voice inside your head that says things about yourself like, I'm smart, or I'm dumb. Help your child understand the difference between positive and negative self-talk. And make her comfortable sharing her self-talk with you so you know what she's feeling. You can also plant positive and negative self-talk in her mind with the things you say. So make lots of positive deposits into her emotional bank account with compliments and positive affirmations. These deposits will pay a lifetime of dividends in self-confidence and self-motivation. Step 4, develop a growth mindset. As your child grows, switch your compliments away from praising talents, "You're so smart," to praising effort. "Good job." Help your child develop grit by learning to overcome challenges and persevere when faced with failure. Teach by example that ability is not solely inborn, but can be learned and developed with effort. Instill the attitude that when he tries, sometimes he will fail. But failure isn't a judgment on him as a person. It's merely a step on the path to success. Don't be a helicopter parent who's always hovering above, ready to swoop down and solve any problem for the child. Instead, stay back. Let your child figure out the solution. If he has trouble, don't offer the solution, but offer hints as to how to find the solution. If you ever want your child to be able to solve problems later in life when you're not around, it's very important. Step 5, develop an internal locus of control. Help your preteen or teenager expand the idea of self-talk by understanding that she has the control over her own self-esteem. She can develop her own moral compass by learning to like herself and providing her own guidelines for self-approval, instead of comparing herself to others and trying to meet their conflicting expectations. She should compare herself only to herself in the past and meet her own expectations by continuing to be better today than she was yesterday. Also, help her understand the difference between sex and love so that she doesn't easily confuse the two in her own heart or allow someone else to intentionally try to confuse her. By teaching her to have a healthy skepticism, you teach her to think more deeply about her feelings, beliefs, and decisions, so that she becomes the queen of her own life instead of the pawn in someone else's. I hope these ideas help you raise your children to feel a little more loved and connected.